Hello, Steemits. Hello, YouTube. Crypto G here, just coming at you with another Pixlr video tutorial. Just been messing around with text in these last couple of tutorials now. I'm going to just do another few, just talking about the joys of manipulating text. I just thought I'd give you, this is kind of a mishmash. I'm not necessarily a finished product, but I just give you an idea of how to kind of create some of these effects, which I think can be quite dramatic at times. Okay, so yeah, this is a kind of, I guess, powdered paint effect that I quite like. But I'll show you how I built this up, or give you an idea anyway. So first of all, we go to new image. I personally, when I'm working in these kind of banners, like to go, let's go for a banner image actually. I usually like to go a bit bigger. We make them transparent, and we'll call it powder paint banner. Okie dokie. So let's go OK. Let's bring that up. Actually, let's not. Sorry, guys. I'm actually going to do a new one. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do a new one. I'm just going to change the size of this. I don't like the size of that, especially for tutorial purposes. So let's go to canvas size. We'll go width, and we'll just bring that up to say 1560. Okay. It's a shame because it constrains the portions when you're doing it in the other version. 600. That's perfect. Okay. Let's go, that's better. Right, now we are going to, where are we going with that? Right, we are going to, first of all, put a background layer, first of all, so we'll call this background. We're going to work with a couple of layers here, so we might as well just start off by layering them, by naming them, I beg your pardon. And we're going to go with this kind of blue. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. You might have noticed I'm quite into that color at the moment. Yeah, in this sort of shade. Right. Okay, that's all good. We're going to add that now. Yes, we are. We're going to... No, we're not. Sorry. First of all, we're going to put a new layer. I know we're not going to put in a new layer. I beg your pardon. Because we don't need to do that. If you remember from text, we can put in our layer just simply by clicking anywhere in our canvas. And we see over here, we've got layer 2, and we'll call that Crypto G. Okay, and we're going to make it black because we can't see it. We're on the right thing. Oh, we're also, sorry, I've got to OK the color. I'm not sure if I said this in a past tutorial, but you see there, if we go to italics, we're cut off. The way to sort that out, if you're not using a full stop or any punctuation, is to just simply add a couple of spaces and you can see it. Okay, so yeah, we're going italic, blah blah. We're going to move it to the, now we're going to click on and we're going to move it roughly to the middle. It doesn't really matter. Okie dokie. Okay, that's great. Now we're going to rasterize the layer. And obviously, I think I've said before, if you make sure you've got everything the way you want, because you won't be able to change font, text size. Well, obviously size you can by using free transform, but italics and font you won't be able to change. So make sure, especially if you've got a few lines of text and you want it arranged a certain way, make sure you've got it all the way you want before you rasterize the layer. Obviously, we've only got one word, so we're not going to worry too much about that. Okay, layer rasterized. Okay, I'm going to turn no, I'm not going to turn off that layer. I'm going to go to the background layer and I'm going to add a layer mask by coming down here, just below, add layer mask, and we're going to mask that. Right, now I'm going to go up to my brushes. I'm going to go to my brush tool, go up to my brushes. I'm going to reset all of these because I was just messing around. There we go. So that's what you usually see on Pixlr.com. You usually see this set of brushes, but you know you can save a set or do what you want, or you can just add one of these sets at a time. So when you click on more and go to charcoal, we've got some nice brushes that we can use for charcoal. Okay, so we're on the right color. So we're just going to start just clicking around. I'll do the odd click and drag, but it's quite random. Just quite random clicks. And then, in fact, I'm not going to turn that off because I need that for perspective reasons. Then I'm going to go, which brush was on there? Let's have a look. Yeah, let's go to a couple of other ones. Let's go, I want to sort of find a more fine spread brush. I think these are quite heavy. Yeah, quite heavy. Okay, this is quite cool. Oops, didn't really want to do that. That's fine. Oops. Why am I pressing color there? I don't know, guys. Okay, so yes, back up to brush. And in fact, what I'm going to do is use this one as a bigger spread. So I'm upping the diameter. There we go. There we go. I'm going to just down that slightly. It's a little bit too big for my purposes. To about half the size. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. 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 Right, now what I'm going to do is use it as a rubber, or use the rubber at different brushes. What's that one saying? Let's up the diameter of that and see what that looks like. Bit of a spongy effect. Okay. There we go, and sort of just take away a couple of bits. Right, okay, that's looking good. Now we are going to go up to the Crypto G layer, and we're going to add a mask. So add layer mask, which this time I'm doing by right clicking. I'm going to go to a different set of brushes here. I'm going to go to more, and this time I'm coming down to crushed paper. Here we go, crushed paper, which we will use a couple more times, but let's use that first here. Is that the crushed paper? It doesn't seem to have added it actually. Let's come off these brushes. Actually, let me come off the brushes. For some reason that didn't add it, so we're going to go brush, more, crushed paper, add. Ah, of course, it didn't scroll down long enough. So yes, okay, here we go. So now just to show you what this does, if I can't do it on the lettering, I'm going to show you on the when I use this again, I'm going to show you some rather cool tricks with this. Okay, so let's see. Possibly use that. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to start bringing back Crypto G. I'm going to go back onto my charcoal brush, that tiny one. Where is it? There it is. I'm just going to draw kind of line through it. just going to keep fiddling with brushes, right? Keep fiddling with brushes here until we get sort of what we want. That's not really what I want. What I really want. Yeah, I'm going to go back up to a standard soft brush actually. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Give me a bit of fuzz. Yeah, but you know, that's good for now because we're going to come back to that. Right. So now we're going to go new layer. Going to make sure that new layer is below them all. Okay, I'll just call this layer 0. Doesn't matter. Layer 0. Okay, and then we're going to change the color to a sort of more lurid pink here, which I'd used earlier, so it was just there waiting for me. Now we'll go on to the crushed paper. So yeah, with the crushed paper, I'm going to show you something quite cool here. Crushed paper brush, if you sort of leave your finger on it, there you can see the areas it'll affect. And we can now use that to just fill in the gaps left by the blue. Let's go to a different brush. Let's go down. They don't look very much, but they are. Like that, for instance. That's, you know, it kind of, and it's giving that kind of crushed paper look, which I kind of like. I think that's nice. Right. Right, so let's have a look at another brush now. We're going to go to more, and we're going to, where are we? Nature, clouds, there we go. Okay, let's take a little bit longer to load up. And we've added those, and here they are at the bottom. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at some of these. Yeah, we're going to make that. I mean, they're kind of meant to be. There we go, and I'm going to just change to yellow. To be honest, yeah, layer 0, I've just put on the pink. So to be honest, really, you know, if you're being meticulous and you're building up an image such as this, it pays to put each color on a separate level. I mean, I've just mixed the pink and the yellow here together. And, you know, obviously if I was doing a big project and then wanted to change that, I would be a bit stuffed, basically. I would have to treat that layer as one. So yeah, so make sure you put separate layers, separate colors, I should say, on separate layers. See, now we're looking some really nice effects here. Okay, almost finished this. Might mess around afterwards, but for tutorial purposes, I'd quite like to. That's a bit too much for me. Actually, I can rub it out. I'd quite like to just finish this up soon. Okay. So yeah, if we see here, oh no, actually I'm going to go eraser and then go to my brushes because that pink was a bit too much for me. There we go. I didn't want it quite so lurid. There we go. Okay, right, now I might go back to my CryptoG layer actually and come up to brush, come up to brush, and go to more. I want some splatter now. I'm going to add that splatter. Once that splatter's added, I'm going to stay on my eraser, come down to splatter, there we go, let's have a look at that, and pew, pew. And there we go, and get that kind of broken effect. Okay, almost done now. I'm going to just add a background at the bottom here. Sorry, not right click. I'm going to new layer. Hate the way new layer is next to delete. That shouldn't be the case, but anyway, I digress. Let's bring layer 4 here down to the bottom, and let's fill it up. I'm going to go for a sort of cobalt grey. Actually, it's already there because I'd chosen that before while I was setting up the first card for you. So I'm going to go with this cobalt grey, choose my paint bucket tool, fill the layer, and yeah, there we go. I mean, I might change that color actually. I don't know if I like that color. Let's just go for a simple white for now. And yeah, there we go. A nice little sort of built-up effect, like it's used powdered paint or whatever. I'll probably work on this a little bit more so that I can use it as a nice card for thumbnail card for the video. But yeah, hopefully I've given you some ideas. This has gone on long enough now, but yeah, hopefully I've given you some ideas and you take these techniques, go off and run with them. Okay, thanks Steemit, thank you YouTube. I shall see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.